The time is 5 o'clock, and here's the world news at 5. First, the top stories. Amosun Oshoba meets in Lagos as part of Open APC factions reconciliation. Houses, farmland to give way for $200 million power project in Ogun State. Buhari travels to UK tonight on a 4-day medical trip. Armed policemen take over secretariat as crisis deepens in Ekiti State APC. Death toll in bandit attack on Kaduna village hit 71. New York Attorney General quit amid assault reports. Italy set for fresh polls as coalition talks fail. I am Tobi Joseph, bringing you news and details shortly. Governor Bukila Musu and former Governor Olusegun Shoba have met in Lagos as part of the ongoing moves to reconcile the APC factions in Ogun State ahead of the 2019 polls. The governor visited Oshoba at his Ikoyi residence in Lagos, during which they discussed the Saturday APC World Congress and other issues to unify the party to strengthen it in the state. The reconciliation of the governor with Oshoba, who led the faction of the APC, began last week with a meeting between the Oshoba faction's top leaders and Amosu at the governor's office Okemoso Abeokuta. Oshoba, receiving Amosu in his residence on Sunday, endorsed the Saturday's APC Congress and the ongoing moves to reunite APC in Ogun State, saying it is a pointer to the victory awaiting the party in 2019.
Conflict out of country, and where there is no conflict.
He commended Amosu for working to resolve the differences between APC factions and the state, adding that resolution of the differences by progressives will protect and sustain the legacies of the late political sage Pa Obafemi Awolowo. Amosu on his part says the visit is a sign of respect for Shoba for the roles he played in the meeting held in his office last week with the APC factional leaders to reunite the party. With the meetings, the governor explained that the APC is now one, strong, and a united family in Ogun State. The German Agency for International Development, GIZ, will hold a graduation ceremony for entrepreneurs in Ogun State of its business training and coaching loop on May 9 in Abeokuta. The entrepreneurs, according to the German agency, have successfully completed a 6-month training and coaching program. The event will hold at the Youth Development Center at the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library at Abeokuta by 10 a.m. prompt. It invites business community and relevant stakeholders to the event. Also, the agency invited the public to a 1-day sensitization program on business and cooperative registration for small and medium-scale businesses in Ogun State. The program will take place on May 15, also at the Youth Development Center at the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library at Abeokuta by 10 a.m. prompt. The Board of Trustees and Committee of Isalagbe Motor Spare Parts Dealers Trade Association has asked the Paragoyi of Egbaland Chief Kashimawo Naluko to stop interfering into affairs of the market. The Paragoyi of Egbaland, in a release on Saturday, announced the suspension of Alhaji Suraj Oyeneko from activities in the shopping malls and spare part market at Isalagbe and other parts of Egbaland. The association in release insists that Alhaji Oyeneko remains its authentic chairman till when his tenure will expire. The association says it is registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission, and therefore it is purely independent and not under the authority of the Paragoyi of Egbaland or any market. The release signed by the Board of Trustees members, Chief M. Abanishe, Mr. Onosoya, and Alhaji Oladele Sako, was corporate to the State Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs Commissioner and the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure Commissioner. Also copied are the State Police Commissioner, the State Director of Department of Security Service, and the Chairman of Abeokuta Southwest Local Council Development Area. Hundreds of homes are to be demolished in parts of Ogun State for the execution of the $200 million electricity transmission project to improve power supply to Ogun State from the national grid. The project involved the construction of 533 kVA substations and the laying of 203-kilometer new power lines within Ogun State and stretching to Badagry in Lagos. The substations are to be located at Mountain of Fire Camp at Ibafu, RCCG, Redemption Camp in Mowe, at Jigole near Agbara, Abeokuta and Ejio, near Agribajo, to also cater for Abeokuta metropolis. Special Advisor to State Governor on Energy, Mr. Abolale Gbeleyi, who made this known to Roxy FM News in Abeokuta, explains that the aspects of the project already completed, including an enumeration of households and farmland that will be demolished to create the right-of-way for the new power line. He says the budget of the fund for the compensation of those whose property will give way for the right-of-way is being prepared and will be submitted to the World Bank for approval. The payment of the compensation, according to him, will begin immediately after the approval of the compensation, which will include fund for resettling those affected before the takeoff of the project. He also spoke on the power outage from the existing power supply by Lishabi Powers to the governor's office, Okemoso and Belguta. President Muhammadu Buhari will tonight depart Abuja for London on a medical trip. Buhari, according to his senior special assistant on media and publicity, Garba Shehu, will return to Abuja on May 12 after a 4-day medical trip. Shehu explains that Buhari met his doctors during the technical stopover of the presidential jet in London on his way back from Washington, D.C. after a recent official visit to the U.S. Buhari, on assuming office in May 2015, first went on a medical trip to the UK on January 19, 2017 and returned earlier than scheduled. He returned to the UK on May 7, 2017 for another medical trip which lasted for more than 100 days. Armed policemen have taken over the secretariat of APC in Ado-Ekiti following its invasion by some party supporters on Monday. The supporters were protesting at last Saturday's chaotic APC governorship primaries, which was cancelled and suspended indefinitely. The side chairman of the state APC, Jide Awe, and installed a caretaker committee. They also shut down the secretariat before being dispersed by policemen who rescued the side chairman from being attacked. APC in Ekiti State has been in turmoil since the bungled governorship primaries, which now left it without a governorship candidate ahead of the July 14 governorship poll. The death toll has risen to 71 in the attacks by armed bandits in Baska in Beningwari local government area in southern Kaduna. Emir of Beningwari, Malam Jibril Zubai, who announced the latest figure while receiving Governor Nasir El-Rufai in his palace, says 13 more bodies were discovered later on Monday. The traditional ruler explains that the discovery, in addition to 50 bodies earlier recovered, brought the number of people killed by bandits in the Sunday's attacks to 71. The bandits, according to him, were marksmen, well armed, and terrorists. You're still listening to the One News at 5 on Rock City 101.9 FM. Up next will be your foreign, business, and sport news. Please do stay with us. New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman has resigned following allegations of assault by 4 women. The New Yorker magazine published a report quoting the women, 2 of them ex-girlfriends, who accused Mr. Schneiderman, 63, of hitting them. Mr. Schneiderman has been a vocal supporter of the Me Too movement against sexual harassment and a fierce opponent of President Donald Trump. Mr. Schneiderman became Attorney General in 2010 and had intended to run for re-election to the post this year. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo had called for Mr. Schneiderman's resignation following the reports. Italy's coalition-building talks have failed, leaving the country facing fresh elections or a neutral caretaker government until the end of the year. President Sergio Mattarella says that those were the only 2 options left after a 3rd round of negotiations were unsuccessful. In a televised public statement on Monday, Mr. Mattarella urged party leaders to rally behind a neutral government after conceding that there would be no coalition deal. A caretaker administration will be made up of policy experts appointed by the president. Mr. Mattarella said it would have the responsibility of drawing up a 2019 budget with the aim of avoiding the possible recessionary effect of a scheduled increase in sales taxes later in the year. The most influential parties, Five Star and the League, favor a new vote in July. Mr. Martinella has the final say. In business, MultiChoice Nigeria, operators of the DSTV, says it is considering the pay-as-you-consume payment option in the future. The South African-based cable TV provider, however, explains that the option will be viable if its business model and available technology would enable it. Managing Director of MultiChoice Nigeria, John Ube, explains that the proposed pay-as-you-consume pricing scheme will charge users according to their effective resource consumption, excluding interference. Finally, in the world news of 5, sport news. Nigeria international Henry Onyekuru made his return to the RSC Anderlecht matchday squad over the weekend. The forward was named amongst the purple and white substitute ahead of the Belgian First Division A match with Club Brugge on Sunday. Onyekuru was included in the 18-man squad for the first time since December 2017. The 20-year-old suffered a knee ligament in December, which ruled him out for over 3 months. On Sunday, he watched on from the bench as Anderlecht secured a 2-1 win over Club Brugge at the Jean Bredel Stadium. The attacker will be hoping to feature when the purple and white take on Standard Liège at the Constant Badenstock Stadium on Thursday. Onyekuru, who scored 9 goals in 19 league appearances for Anderlecht before he sustained his long-term injury, is on a season-long loan deal from English side Everton FC. That was the one news at 5, and just before we go, the major stories once again. Amusun or Shobla meet in Lagos as part of Ogo APC factions reconciliation. Houses, farmland to give way for $200 million power project in Ogun State. Buhari travels to UK tonight on a 4-day medical trip. Armed policemen take over Secretariat as crisis deepens in Ekiti State APC. Death toll in bandit attack on Kaduna village hit 71. On the foreign scene, told you that the New York Attorney General has quit amid assault reports. Italy set for fresh polls as coalition talks fail. For more stories and to listen to us live, please log on to our website www.rockcityfmradio.com/live. Thank you so much for listening. I am Tobi Joseph. Good evening.